What's up, guys? It's Benny. There's an old Shakespearean line that goes like this: the lady doth protest too much. And what that means is that when some woman is making a psychotic, hysterical scene, that maybe she's not really that sincere about what she's talking about. This applies perfectly to this headline. ABC's The View co-host Sunny Hostin: "You just don't move on from January 6th. It was like World War II or the Holocaust or slavery." Really? It was like slavery? Like January 6th was like slavery. Oh, okay. Got it. Right. It would be nice to see like what Sunny Hostin actually, like what she knows about January 6th. Like who died on January 6th? Can somebody ever like ask her a question like that? Can you name it like a single person who died on January 6th? Because the only names that she would factually be able to give would be supporters of President Trump, who were peaceful protesters. Fact checked. The architect of the January 6th committee, Liz Cheney, a guy named Benny Thompson, no relation, falsely claims police were killed in Capitol riot. So does Merrick Garland. So the guy who ran the January 6th committee and Merrick Garland are both spouting lies about January 6th to continue to ratchet up political tensions. What does that tell you exactly? Claim President Trump failed to stop rioters who were savagely beating and killing law enforcement officers. False. While some rioters attacked police, they did not kill anyone. The only person killed was a fellow rioter or peaceful protester named Ashley Babbitt. The January 6th committee held its 8th public hearing on Thursday at blah, blah, blah. Benny Thompson, the chair of the committee, opened the proceedings by addressing the hearing remotely and saying that January 6ers killed officers. No, they didn't kill officers. They didn't kill anyone. They're police officers who committed suicide that happened to be there. There are police officers who died of a heart attack that weren't connected to that, but it's all a lie. What does it mean when you have to lie about something so sincerely and so aggressively? Well, she says it perfectly. This old, battered, beat-up, former disgraced senator from the state of Missouri, Claire McCaskill, says, "I'm bitter Trump didn't pay a higher political price for January 6th. She lets the cat out of the bag, doesn't she? It's not about January 6th. It was about trying to torture and keep Trump from office ever again. That's what the entire thing was. President Trump today, when asked about this, had a perfect response that rang like a bell. Will you pardon anybody who attacked an officer on January 6th? Trump: the only person who was killed was a young lady. Her name was Ashley Babbitt. President Trump rejects the legacy media's narrative garbage, and then he goes a step further. Who, baby? This gets spicy.
Police officers were injured by rioters on January 6th. Will you pardon anyone who attacked a police officer?
Well, you know, the only one that was killed was a beautiful young lady named Ashley Babbitt. She was killed, and there was actually somebody else that was killed, also a MAGA person, but people don't give it 100% credibility. I'm going to find out about it, and we're going to find out. But Ashley Babbitt was killed. She was shot. Should have never been shot. She was shot for no reason whatsoever. In fact, they say that she was trying to hold back the crowd, and the crowd was made up of a lot of different people, so we'll see. But I will tell you this, the person that was killed was Ashley Babbitt. The other thing is, when they talk, you know, there was never charges of insurrection or anything like that. But if there were, this would be the only insurrection in history where people went in as insurrectionists with not one gun, okay? And let me tell you, the people that you're talking about have a lot of guns in their home for hunting and for shooting and for entertainment, a lot of good reasons. But there wasn't one gun that they found. And why didn't they find the bomber, the pipe bomber? You know, they know who the pipe bomber is. The FBI knows who it is. The status of the FBI has gone down so far.
Oh, man. Just rings like a freaking bell. The sucker flew. It almost has 1 million views, 26,000 likes. It's exactly how you fire back at the press. The press often play a little trick, right? That's called framing the argument. It's not really that big of a trick. They ask these questions, like knowing they are rigged. Oh, why are you so anti-police? That's the point of the question, right? And President Trump's response is, of course, no, I'm pro-police. I'm the number one guy who wanted to lock up rioters when they were attacking police during the BLM riots, during the Antifa riots, during all Summer of Love riots. I was kept from doing that. And quite frankly, we've said it on our show this a million times before, and I'll say it again. If you hit a cop, you got to go to jail. There's no reason to hit police officers. You shouldn't do that. And if you're wearing black bloc or a MAGA hat, doesn't matter to me. But I know my movement, and my movement is a movement of people who support the police. President Trump made a lot of news today saying, we're looking at the people who came from the FBI. That came out recently. These are the undercover federal agents. We have to find out about Hezbollah. We have to find out about exactly what the whole thing was, where people didn't get prosecuted for doing bad things, right? Probably talking about Ray Epps here. What about these people who, or the pipe bomber, right? What about these people who legitimately created terrorism on January 6th, okay? Like the guy, like Ray Epps is on camera saying we need to go into the Capitol. He's like the only guy. There's only one who, before January 6th, was screaming and agitating for people to go into the United States Capitol. There's one single guy. His name's Ray Epps, and he was handed a slap on the wrist. Why, exactly? When, like, innocent grannies are getting decades in prison. Why? It really makes you wonder. Don't think too hard about it, because not really that hard of a problem to solve. January 6th pipe bomber. Why has nobody found him? Why? Very important case. Trump plans to investigate FBI's involvement in January 6th. He also plans to pardon thousands on his first day in office. There wasn't one gun that was found. Why didn't they find the pipe bomber? The status of the FBI has gone down so far. Oh, man. Watching Donald Trump shut down the lapdog press over January 6th gives me chills. This is absolutely his best answer today. Trump says the FBI knows the identity of the individual who left pipe bombs outside of the DNC and the RNC, and they didn't find the bomber, the pipe bomber. You know, they know who the pipe bomber is. The FBI knows who it is. Ladies and gentlemen, we talked recently about the pipe bomber to Julie Kelly and asked a couple of tough questions that, of course, somebody with her reporting stature and rigor answered. And we're very much looking forward to Kash Patel. It's real truth and transparency on these issues. It's your boy Benny. Here you go. Very quickly here, Julie. Why now? Like, I guess we haven't gotten to that question. They're not actually trying to find this bomber. Like, what's going on now? Is this a cover-up operation? Are they going to find the bomber right before Kash Patel takes the chair? Like, with your expert opinion, what do you think is happening?
I think this is part of the cover-up, obviously, that they're pretending that they're still looking for this individual. Questions that have been raised in Congress, questions that are raised in the media, you and I talking about this for the past few years.
Yes.
And certainly, you have to believe they are extremely nervous about FBI Director Kash Patel, as they should be. So, yes, I think this was just a head fake before January 6th. I think it was also to tamp down coverage of the report that had been released earlier that day. Mm-hmm. But the bottom line is, Benny, this is just an FBI at every stage in the game that cannot be trusted to tell the truth.
Yeah, it's amazing to have the former chief of police, the chief of police on January 6th, to have him respond to us on X and say, this entire thing was a fed up. It was meant to divert my resources from the Capitol so that January 6th could happen. Dude, if you've lost that guy, like, you're this close to total collapse of the entire narrative. You're this close.